Good afternoon, everybody. Really good to be back with you all for our weekly Future of Work snippet. I have piloting on my brain today. Myself and my husband, Mark, are in the process. Well, he's gotten his PPL. I'm still in the process of learning, and he's busy with his instrument rating at the moment. And last week, well, not last week, actually, yesterday was the first time I've ever flown in a calm winds condition. Texas tends to be quite windy, and the airport that we fly out of specifically is notorious for gusts, just because of the way it's positioned and all the massive buildings around it and everything like that. And so you tend to find yourself in very interesting flying conditions, if I could call it that. And so for the first time ever, I was in calm conditions. Definitely a new experience for me. But something very interesting happens when it's really calm, because there isn't wind coming through an environment. It tends to be extremely turbulent up within, a certain, you kind of have to go right up to like 4,500 or 5,000 foot elevation to have smooth air. And anything below that, because there is no wind and it's completely calm conditions, tends to be very, very turbulent because of the heat rising and the heat pockets that forms. And so very metaphorically, I was thinking about how we're all really wishing for some normality in our lives at present. And I'm hearing more and more people on calls say, we're done with 2020, we just want 2020 to be over. And interestingly enough, what we tend to forget is that when the calm is there, it's actually very, very turbulent in a different way because of situations that calm bring up. Whereas when there's a lot of gusts, tend to clear things out, and it tends to create calmer situations just a little bit above the situation that you're dealing with at hand. And I thought it's very metaphorical for where we are right now. Many of us as business leaders are having to bring up morale inside companies, are having to get people to be able to push through this last stretch of the year as we're coming out of the summer period in the Northern Hemisphere now and the winter period in the Southern Hemisphere. We're really having to give it that last push to the end of the year. And most people generally do tend to feel fatigued at this time of year, but at this time, because we're dealing with a global pandemic and uncertain market conditions and many other factors, we're feeling that sense of tiredness a lot earlier in the year. And so, as I said to my team this morning during a brainstorming session, sometimes when things feel hard, the very best thing to do is actually not to do anything. Don't wish for those calm, no winds environment. Just sit in the hardship and sit in the uncertainty and allow it to teach you the lessons that it has to teach you. And as much as I'm saying it to my team, I'm saying it to myself as well. And so that's the lesson that I'm going into this week with. Sit here, enjoy the ride, and understand that even when things are calm, it does get turbulent, and we need to embrace where we are right now.